Welcome, welcome. Thank you back. Thank you for coming back. Mark Keaton and Jim Whitesell is here, and Mark, you're with the Extension Service here in Baxter County, and you brought somebody with you to talk about the Master Gardener program.
Right.
He said that he's going to be an incoming president.
Yeah, he'll start October 1st. He'll be our new president here.
Do you know what you're getting into?
Well, yeah, unfortunately.
How many Master Gardeners are there in the local area? How large your group?
120.
Oh, okay, 120.
In our organization.
Wow, and I know you do a lot of like the flower beds out at the fair and various businesses and stuff around
seven
town.
different projects like that. We have them at the state park, out at White River Bull Shoals State Park, and at the Powerhouse. We have maintained beds there. We maintain beds at the police station, by the police station, and we maintain beds at the fairgrounds. You said also we have beds at the Memorial Garden at the First Presbyterian Church that we maintain. We help them with, and we have beds at the
Cooper Park, the cabins at the cabins.
Don't you do like young people help like 4-H projects and things like that?
Street. That was another project that we helped with for several years. But we have the cabins, we have the heritage gardens around the cabins, heirloom gardens around the cabins, and we have our newest one, and probably one of our better ones, I say, is the one at the Norfolk Fish Hatchery. And we started that about 2 years ago, and that's really coming along, and it's really starting to look good.
Yeah, and that's all done through volunteer labor, and you supply the seeds and all. So that's all taken care of by the Master Gardeners.
The fish hatchery is a little different. Friends of the Hatchery actually fund it, and we do the labor
so they
and
buy
help.
the plants and stuff?
But they completely fund it, and we just do the labor.
Wow.
So you took on a new project. Are you looking for other areas to?
We have a hard enough time by taking care of the ones we have.
I just wonder.
And,
It's like, I have an idea.
between the
No, I don't have an idea.
no,
We've got a place out here that you could.
Yeah, we get some beautification around here.
I think we have plenty of.
We do like take on new ones whenever we can, but right now we're full up.
Do you ever turn it over to someone after it's, to the point where it's going well? Does like the fish hatchery? Would they ever want to take that over or not?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not. We'll probably
It's just a way for you to beautify certain areas.
Yeah, but I mean, like they could do that. Now, like there are certain requirements before we take on a project, though. It has to be like a public area, and there has to be water available, and certain things that it has to be before we even agree to take it on. And then also we have to be able to, have the time to do it.
Now, is the Extension Service, is that part of the Master Gardeners? Did it stem from that?
Yeah, the Master Gardener program is a part of the Cooperative Extension Service.
Okay, all right.
Is that a nationwide organization then? And so they're for all over the place? So if
Right.
you've been a Master Gardener someplace else, are you automatically a Master Gardener when you move to Arkansas?
I think each state has little different requirements on where you transfer. In some cases, you have to take at the next classes, the next year when they have their normal new class classes. You may have to take a couple classes to learn some specific things about that area. Like
And that's required, right?
Yeah, like here in Arkansas, if they move and they've been a Master Gardener in another state, they would still have to go through our training because it's going to be different, like Jim said. And the training is 5 days, all day long, and we do our training in the fall.
But don't you also have to do, because that's why you're here today, is talk about the latest training, and then you have to do like so many hours of like community service or practice or whatever, because the first time I met someone who was a Master Gardener, I said, oh, so can anyone join? They went, oh, no. There's serious training. You can't just say, well, I have a green thumb, which I certainly do not. So your new training's coming up. Deadline, it says, is October 11th.
Yeah.
And the program's set for the 19th, so is it 5 working days all day? Like a Monday through Friday session?
Well, it's different days of the week, but it's like 5 different days, and we start at 8:30, and then we'll break an hour for lunch, and then we'll end up about 4 o'clock each day. And the training is at the Baxter County Fairgrounds.
Is there one speaker or one
No,
trainer?
there'll be a lot of different speakers. Like some of our specialists from Little Rock and Fayetteville will be on the program, along with several master gardeners, and then of course myself and county agent over in Marion County.
Now, after you become a master gardener, do you have to continue your education?
Yes.
It's required, I guess.
Yes. The first year, you have to put in 40 hours of community service or working on projects. And 20 after the first year, you only have to do 20 hours a year. But however, you still have to do 20 hours of continued education every year, which is going to sitting in on one of the new classes, or visiting various other activities around the area, or taking some other classes from other master gardening groups or whatever. But you still have 20 hours of education.
Yeah.
Continued education you got to get every year.
Now, you've got a pretty healthy group right now. Are you looking for more master gardeners to come into the program?
Yeah, we're always looking for new people that's interested in becoming a master gardener.
Now, apparently you have to, since you have a deadline, you have to register ahead of time so that you know how many people to expect.
Right,
And is
yeah.
there a cost associated with this?
Yeah, it's $55, and if it's a couple and they want to share a notebook, it's $80.
Okay.
And that just helps cover some of the costs,
Some of the
like your
literature costs.
notebook,
Yeah.
The printing and
refreshments, and your name tag, and your first year membership dues, and
Yeah.
some things like that. But yeah, we're always looking for new people to become master gardeners.
Okay, so what's the first step that somebody would want to take? They need to contact you.
Well,
I'm
they
sure.
would need to contact our office and get an application, and they'd fill it out and turn it back in, because we'll limit the class to like 35 total people, and that's counting Marion County. We do the training with Marion County. So we'll accept them until October 11th or till the class is full.
Yeah, so is this continuing ed, like Jim said, or is this for someone like me who knows Zippo and would have to start from scratch?
This is for all
Beginners.
levels.
Oh, all levels.
And it's just for people that want to learn more about horticulture,
Okay.
and then volunteer their time back to the community.
But you do have a beginner's class, right?
Well, no,
Oh, look
I mean,
at him
this is
shake
all,
his head. No, 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 no.
everybody's all together, and you're going to learn from all the other master gardeners and
Yeah.
the training and things. And no, this is for everybody.
Because I don't even, I mean, somebody asked me one day about, I have a plant on my front porch. I don't even know what it was. I just bought it at Walmart, so that was pretty. But I know what kind it was. And I need plants to grow in the fall and the winter. Is there anything I can grow in the winter in pots on my front porch? I mean, I want something that's
I'd
pretty.
have to think about that. I don't know right off. Do you, Jim?
You're the master gardener, Jim.
Well, I
Will
tell you,
pansies grow all
I'm
winter?
the type of master gardener. I'm one of the master gardeners that I'm not so crazy about plants to grow on the
You're
front
growing
porch.
vegetables.
I am more than the master gardener to say if you can't eat it, don't spend too much time with it.
Yeah.
Well, my ferns have done very, very well, but I've got a couple of pots on the porch as you walk up, and whatever
Of course,
was
like
in there, they're
now,
pretty
one
much
thing.
dead.
Of course, one thing. I mean, now that you could be planting would be pansies.
Well, that's why, can pansies grow all winter?
Yeah.
As long as I don't just leave them out where the snow or something can get to them?
I mean, you can have them out there. Pansies would be something that you could grow in the wintertime. And it's time to, be planting pansies.
Well, I was very successful with sweet potato vines. And I planted 4 in this container. I should have planted 1. I mean, they've grown over the driveway, over the sidewalk. We've been cutting them back all year, and they choked out the other plants I planted in the same pot.
See,
So it was bad.
now I would not plant the type sweet potato plants you did. I plant real sweet potato
I
plants.
know you would.
And dig them up and eat them after.
Well, somebody
a while.
told me I couldn't eat them, and I said, well, I hadn't really planned to, but I mean, they grew. I was very successful with the sweet potato plants. They went crazy.
Maybe you ought to just stick with something plastic on the porch.
No,
for the
no,
wintertime.
no. And they'll do well for a while, and then they'll kind of, but my ferns did great. Apparently I can grow a fern. I watered them all the time. But that's what I need. I need just like someone to sit down and say, okay, this will grow, this will grow, this will grow. Because I did planting things and they die because they won't grow.
Well, you need to come to some of our seminars and so forth. We have a seminar every spring.
Now, do you have shorter ones?
No, that's a one-day affair.
That's a one-day.
affair.
Well, I have to take off work.
And that's on a Saturday.
Oh,
You
on
don't work
Saturday.
you don't
Okay,
work
all
on a
right.
Saturday.
Stress that. Stress that. It's on Saturday.
It's usually about the first week in March, or Saturday in March, and it is we have various. It's called an Ozark Green Thumb or some names like that. Or
Developing an Ozark Green Thumb.
That's what I need.
And it is we have Mark gives a little session usually, and and we have about 5 or 6 other, 4 other speakers maybe to give a presentation. It's well worthwhile.
Well, that's one of the things. I fooled around and planted something, and then somebody said, Sandy, you should plant that months ago. That's only going to grow about another month, and it'll die on me, and there it was. So I need the beginning
I
session.
guarantee
Well, you
you'll
can
have
also, you know, too, like come by and pick up information or go to our website and get information too.
Oh, I've been all over websites like you wouldn't believe it. Didn't help.
You'll
Well, you
have-
need to go to our website.
I need to go to
you'll
your
have
websites. I've been all over the place. What'll grow, and I wasn't even sure what I had. It's
You'll
terrible.
have your hands full if you take her on as a member.
Exactly. I can grow sweet potato vines and ferns, and that's it. I killed a philodendron. That horrifies everyone who grows plants.
Mark, Jim, thanks so much. Is there a deadline for people to
yes.
sign up?
Yeah, we're gonna. The deadline's October 11th, or when the class is full, and then the training dates are October 19th and 25th, November 16th, 18th, and 22nd.
Are all
Okay.
those are all Saturdays?
No,
No, those are during the
those
week.
are all different days during the week.
Okay, so you can spread it. Yeah, but you have to go to all 5
Right.
to qualify. Okay.
Right.
You can't just pick and choose.
And take a test.
And take it. I like that, Jim, and take a test.
Just
As a teacher, I'm all about taking
yeah, you
tests.
gotta have to take a test.
Yeah, I'm all about taking tests. Well, that's good.
Because it's open book, but you still have to take a
Yeah,
test.
and it is Marion and Baxter County, but Marion and Baxter County only. So anybody who's watching outside, they would contact their own county
Well, yeah,
extension
they
agent?
would need to contact their own county. Now, we have let some other people from outside the county come over if we had room.
Okay.
But then they would volunteer their time back to their Master Gardener program.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. All right.
For more information, you can contact the Extension Service, or more information will be at the end of this program. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate
thank
you so
you.
much.
And green us up. Yes, yes, yes.
Up next, we have Nancy Savela and also Sharon Miller to talk about the Marek Family Center and the Women's Health Forum. Stay with us.